Hey everybody, welcome back to Project Overflow. It's actually been some time. We actually took a short break because we needed to strategize with all the other things that we are doing, and we're so glad to be back. And at this very moment of recording, we just want to tell you that the government has announced that a lot of the industries, actually 11 industries, have been opened back up to people. So looks like we've got clear skies coming along really soon. But today we actually want to talk about an issue that I know a lot of people are going through, and if you're not, it might actually come, not very far away, which is how do I handle currently if I'm not making ends meet, or I don't make enough for me at the moment. All right, so thank you for joining us here at Project Overflow. And if this is your first time here, you can go and watch what we do, or watch about what we do here in Project Overflow, bringing you some answers to some very, very what important questions, okay, that is happening to you in your life now, especially when it comes to money. All right, so today we want to discuss about the topic on, what do I do if I cannot make ends meet during this shutdown or pandemic, season at the moment. Zuen, what are your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. It looks like our the economy is opening back up and all of this, but yet I think it's starting to. I mean, like 1 year and 7 months, more than that, right? Ever since we went into our first lockdown, and it really looks like it's taking a toll on people nowadays. So I think the question is actually, what can I do? I mean, what can I do if I'm struggling? I'm still struggling during a crisis, right? So I for me is I really first of all if like I just went out and tapao lunch also just now earlier before coming to shoot this to tapao means takeaway lunch. And I see a lot of people out there lately they've been selling tissues, selling homemade what's that breads and homemade nasi lemak, and these are the people that I'm just there are more of these people coming up, right? So they're actually doing something, but I'm not sure whether are they really surviving or not. So coming back to this question is if you're still struggling, number one is do you have a job now, or are you doing something to make ends meet, right? So if yes, then I think the second thing is looking at what are you doing? Is it worth the time putting money making money out of the time, because things like selling tissues, selling 1 ringgit packet nasi lemak, and also I see some people they are picking up and recycling those boxes. So for me it's really because we only have so much time. So are we really how to put it, are we really maximizing our time in the things that we can really do lah? So that is my approach on it. Doesn't mean that we need to how do I put it, take any job. I mean, if we're really desperate, and take that first, but really look at how can we maximize our time in to make some money while trying to figure out what's next.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I think it's very important to actually have a clue when it seems to when your world begins to crumble. I think for a lot of people, their worlds have crumbled. In fact, the suicide rates are actually skyrocketing at the moment. People are having psychological problems and all that, and largely got to do with emotional stress when it comes to money. And I think very important is to have a clue. Okay, so what do I mean by have a clue? Is to have a very, very well laid out plan. Okay, so the plan, it's not like now I need to go and get a job. That's not a real plan. That's just reactionary, meaning I need money now, I go and get a job. But a plan would be what what would I be doing, right? Or how can I get out of this situation and stay out of this situation again? Now, the situation is not whether you are in crisis or not, because in life, it's you're bound to have another cycle of this in crisis, whether it's economic crisis or now health crisis, and different things like that. So what could you do differently this time, now that now you're having this crisis, that will allow you to ride through the next crisis? I think that is more important than anything else. That's why, getting getting some time off. I know it's really struggling at the moment, but until and unless you actually understand your situation, really now taking a look at your finances and making that plan, what you're going to do is you're going to react to it. So you're going to get a job and you're going to use up all the time which you may be doing something very differently if you plan it well. Because we're talking about a long-term plan. We're not talking about how do I get through this because the job will come back. Now, who says that that job will come back?
Mm.
Who told you that? Because I think a lot of things would have changed. A lot of people would have a lot of businesses now realize that, hey, I don't need all the number of staff and I don't need them in the office. I don't need a big office and all that, and so I don't need to pay as much staff costs, and things still move and I'm still making profit, right? So I think making a solid plan is very important, right? So if you're out there and you're struggling, our hearts are with you, and definitely what the need is for you to make a plan. Now you may ask a question, so how do I make this plan? What does this plan look like, right? So I tell you what, stick on to the next episode. We're going to answer that question. How do I make this plan so that I can survive the next crisis? All right, we'll talk to you later. See you again. Bye bye.